The situation where each succeeding factor in the counting rule is one less than the factor before it occurs so frequently that a mathematical operation has been defined describing it, and your TI calculators have a special function that performs the calculation. So we have a definition. If n is a positive whole number, then n factorial is defined as the product of n times 1 less than that times 1 less than that, and so on and so forth, all the way down to 1. We do not multiply by 0 in there because anything multiplied by 0 is 0. So the factorial symbol, which looks like an exclamation point, denotes this operation. And there's a note down at the bottom that 0 factorial is always 1. That's just by definition, 0 factorial is 1. So here we're going to look at doing some of these calculations by hand, and then in the next topic we'll look at doing some calculations using the factorial but on our calculator. So 4 factorial is 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, and we can multiply all those out, and that's 24. Example 2. 6 factorial minus 5 factorial. 6 factorial is 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. You can use your calculator to do that multiplication, and that would be 720. And then we would need to subtract 5 factorial, which is 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, which is 120. And so 720 minus 120 is 600. Now keep in mind, factorial represents multiplication, so we have to follow our order of operations. Multiplication in our order of operations comes before subtraction, so it looks like we have, or it acts like we have parentheses around the 6 factorial and the 5 factorial. We have to do those operations first. Now in example 3, we have parentheses around the 8 minus 6, and then the factorial is on the outside. So in this case, we would do 8 minus 6, which is 2, and have that as factorial. And 2 factorial is just 2 times 1, which is 2. On example 4, that is 8 factorial divided by 5 factorial. So let's write out what that actually looks like. 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And on bottom, 5 factorial, 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Now looking at that, do you see any factors that will cancel? There are 5 of them, 5 common factors of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, which leaves us 8 times 7 times 6, and 8 times 7 times 6 is 336. And then on our very last one, we have 3 factorial times 2 factorial. So that's 3 times 2 times 1 times 2 times 1. So that ends up being 6 times 2, or 12.